Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Subnautica in our Locker's Call series. So we just made a whole bunch of glass, and actually we can make our last piece of glass now, thankfully. And what we're going to do this episode is do a little bit more base building. The first thing we need to do is go down to our new spot, which is right down here, and decide how exactly we're going to do this entrance. I think what I want to do is have it... Son of a... Where are you? Are you snapping at me? So maybe this isn't the safest area. It's safer than being up above, but I'm not sure what that guy was charging at, but he was definitely not happy. Alright, so yeah, we're going to put it here. Are we low on titanium? We are low on titanium. Oh yeah, that's right. I emptied out my titanium. I emptied out my titanium in order to have room for all this glass. Alright, so there's that. We are going to need some more water soon-ish. Let's go ahead and grab the titanium first, though. We have some glass here, too. That's nice. And some quartz. No, oh my god, that's actually quartz. I didn't realize I had that extra piece. Well, that's good to know. And then over here, do we have anything? We probably have some more titanium. Yeah, we do. Perfect. Alright, so let's get that. We're going to go back down here. And we're going to build this. Damn it. You gotta be kidding me. Even this is not a safe area. Unless I build it out a little further this way. Which I could totally do. So let's go ahead and do that. So the stalkers are still nearby, even there. But if I build it out here... Yeah, this actually is perfect. This isn't what I had in mind originally. I was going to do a hatch much closer. But this is further out. Still kind of secret. Still kind of hidden away. And it allows me to kind of dip in here and get into the base. So I'm just going to put a hatch right here on this edge. Oh, our base hull strength is actually down. So tell you what, let's deconstruct the hatch for a second. And what we need to do is grab some lithium. And we need to do a reinforcement somewhere. Shouldn't be hard to do. Didn't realize we were lowering our base strength quite... Hello?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Our Seamoth was literally in the sand. So the Seamoth will get into the sand, but not the frickin'... Oh, we don't have room for that much lantern fruit. So the Seamoth can get into the sand, but not the base. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so what we need to do now is go ahead and build the ladder, since we have the titanium for it. Now, you should be... Yep, perfect. And we do need to do some windows here, but before we do any of that, again, we're going to grab some lithium. That took up 3 inventory spaces. Oh man, I really wish I could do something about that. I'm sure it's something they'll take out before the game goes live. That strikes me as the kind of thing that is on the list but low priority, because it might be, I would hope, relatively easily fixed. All right, so what does lithium look like now? I know I picked some up earlier. I know I'm not completely devoid of lithium, and I can go get more if I need more. Maybe I only picked up 1. So yeah, we actually... You know what? I am tired of you telling me that. We need to get some water as well. Tell you what do we need for water? We need bleach. So let's go ahead and get salt. I think I have salt in a couple of different spots. Yeah, I've got 2 salt here. So let's go get some coral right now. Can I just slice at the wall? No, I can't. I've got to go find one of the smaller tubes. And then we need to go get some lithium from the lithium fields, which we've already marked. They're actually right there in that direction. We can take the Seamoth, be done pretty quickly. All right, here's a smaller coral tube. Slice, slice. All right, so I can get 2 Hello? You're a little far out from your natural space. So the stalkers actually seem to have a pretty wide range, a wider range than I gave them credit for. Was he on my tail? I think he just snapped at me. Okay, we need to make some bleach. Yep, 2 in fact. And that'll give us 2 disinfected waters.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Let's go ahead and use the medikit as well. And it does still... Hang on, I've got room to take some lantern fruit now, so let's go ahead and take 2. eat 2. They don't help you nearly as much as they used to, but they are nice to have. So, we need to go get some lithium now. And I've got inventory room for plenty of them, so let's go ahead and get some. To the lithium fields, 800 meters away. Bit of a trip. Again, we're going to stay pretty shallow on our way. We did have one discussion, though, in the comments over the past couple of days. I might have been mistaken, or actually I think I was mistaken in saying that there were a lot of Reapers hanging out near the floating island. I will admit that I've never actually seen a Reaper near the floating island. I just received a very, very strongly worded warning, I think, from a commenter once, and apparently I just kind of believed it, and it became part of my psyche. So evidently, you know, if I'm in the right frame of mind, you can make suggestions, and I am evidently very successful. Is that a baby reefback? It's a baby reefback! I can't handle the cute! Oh my god! Hang on, is it different if we scan it? No, it still just counts as a reefback. That's really cool. I like it. Alright, so let's head to the lithium fields. We're actually pretty close to them. The difference, of course, now... What's this? Oh, that's just some of the local fauna. So the difference now, oh hello, it's a Reginald. Some of the best food in the game right there. Alright, the difference again is, whoa, sorry, didn't mean to do that to you. Let me finally finish this sentence. The difference here is that lithium does not stand out like it used to. It used to be bright and purple, and you could see it like a sore thumb, kind of like quartz at night. I guess it still does kind of stand out. There's some of it. But it's not, I mean, it's not purple anymore. It's not like fluorescent, which it used to be. So that's going to be a little different for me looking for this stuff. But we just need to grab as many of them as we can. This will help us do, if I wasn't clear about why we need these, this will help us get base reinforcement. Alright, so that direction is, yeah, we just need to stay here. Are those outcroppings? No. They look like outcroppings, but they're not. They're in the shape of outcroppings, I guess I should say. See, that looks like it should be an outcropping.
30 seconds.
Well, hang on. Maybe if I slash at it. No, nothing happens. Alright, let's go back up. There's an outcropping right there, though. So let's get some air. Actually, a little bit farther below the surface than I thought. But you can see there's plenty of the types of rocks that we're trying to exploit and look for lithium. They're all around us, so we're going to definitely find some more before we leave. And this is not as prolific, there's not as profound a need, I guess I should say, for lithium, unless you have a really big base, as there is for quartz. So it won't take quite as much effort. What's that? Mercury, nice. Let's go ahead and grab it. We got some of our buddies nearby. Gonna have to be careful. Alright, we're actually going back towards the lithium fields label. So maybe I will go back that way. Actually got turned around a little bit. As long as I can find... How many did I grab already? I've got 3. That's enough to reinforce the base as is, but I would prefer to leave having grabbed a few more than just 3. 3 is a pretty paltry sum. So one thing I might do is I might hop in the Seamoth really quickly and use that. Yeah, let's do that. That way we don't have to worry about oxygen. And we can look around and find them a bit more easily and just hop out as needed. Plus this thing gives off plenty of light. Oh, there's some right there. Any more? Nope. Alright, let's look at that direction. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Anything here? Yeah, there's more. I knew I saw more when we ascended. You just have to kind of keep a weather eye. Make sure you don't... I mean, there's no fog under the water, but what I was about to say is, like, lose stuff in the fog. You know, it's just... The distance can make it appear as though, like, you've looked as far as you can, but there's still, as you can see, there's many more of these rocks to be had, and if we ascend, yeah, there's even more over here. I don't find just one more piece of lithium. I'll be sad. This is actually a pretty paltry lithium run. I've marked this because I'm used to finding a lot more here when I come looking for this stuff. There's other places where you can get it, definitely. Once we find our way to the, I can't not call it the mushroom forest. I feel like it's called something slightly different, but that's how I think of it in my head. They're giant coral trees, basically, that form forests. We're going to visit those, and those will have some lithium. Now, what kind of metal is this? I would love to look, but there's... Yeah, you're on my tail. Oh, wow, you're really hungry, too. Alright, so we are definitely going into... We're going to need to explore here soon, because there's... Oh, hello. There's some interesting minerals to be found. Like that mercury, but there's also... We're very near a spot where we can actually get uranium. Wow, that's a big old quartz deposit, but we can't take advantage of that yet because we don't have the prawn suit, which is still inside. You know what? That reminds me. Hey, here's some lithium right here. There's 2 different pieces of it. Nice. Not where I was expecting to find it, but that's a big win. Let's step back a bit and see. Step back a bit. Good lord, and see if there's any more. What's this? What are you? Oh, that's a type of coral. So let's take a second to see if maybe, just maybe, we can spot any... Oh, you know what? Actually, I just thought of something. Let's go this way. I'll keep an eye out for any other lithium on the walls. Oh, so much chop. Cannot wait for this game to be optimized. Which sometimes I feel bad saying, because I feel like I say that about a lot of games. Total War Attila was an example of a game I played on the channel a while back that... oh, wow. That's a lithium chunk. But not one that we can harvest. Yeah, Total War Attila is an example of a game that I played on the channel a while back that still needs optimization. And I don't think optimization's coming for that one, but they hinted that they might be thinking about it. But why is the mercury red? That's my question.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, so we're at a depth of 172. Now, if we go this way a little farther, we should transition... Whoa, was that a big mercury chunk? No, it's just wildlife. If we go this way, we should transition into another zone. Get ready for a cool view. Alright, now the question is... Actually, no, this isn't the cool view just yet, but we'll see it pretty soon. All I have to do is dive a little farther. You already start to see some of it out of the corner of your eye. Yeah, starting to see it out there. But first, I need to be able to very clearly see the kind of outcropping that I'm looking for before I get out of my sub. That actually might be it. No, that's a limestone outcropping, so that's just copper. Oh, crap. That's one of the newer creature types. I think it's called a blinker or something. I haven't interacted with them yet, and I prefer not to start right now because I'm here for one purpose, and when you see it and understand why I'm looking for it, you will understand completely why I have deviated. Hello, what have we here? Aluminum oxide. Inventory's full. Of course it is. Well, wouldn't you know it? Inventory being full, that changes things a little bit. Hang on. Mercury ore. It doesn't have an icon yet, but I guess they're still working on it. Oh, hello. That is a scannable piece of tech for the thermal plant. Let's scan that really quick. We're also getting pretty close to the sea moth's crush depth. We're not there yet, but we're close to it, so I need to be careful. Oh, hi. I think that's the kind of outcropping I'm looking for. Yep, but unfortunately, hang on. Can I drop any of this stuff? I don't really need this quartz, so let's drop this. All right, that's gold. Don't really need gold. Hate to drop some gold. I hate to do this too, but let's drop some glass because we can get more. That's what I'm here for. Come here. Diamond. Let's get back to our base. Right now. we're going to be, when I turn around, we're going to be stunningly far from base alpha. Yeah, we're over 1 kilometer away. Alright, so not only can we reinforce our base, but now we can get the laser cutter. And that will give us something to do next episode, because as you recall, there was a part of the Aurora that we couldn't get into because we didn't have a laser cutter yet, but now that we have Diamond, we can make the laser cutter. And we have a bunch of glass, too, except for the one piece that we just dropped. So we got to get back, reinforce our base a little bit. And then after that, let's actually turn the lights off. We don't really need them. Actually, the energy on the Seamoth is about to go out. I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has. We're at 8%. It's part of the reason I turned the lights off. That is a really tall kelp strand. That reefback is struggling a little bit. All aboard the struggle bus. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, buddy. Hey, hey, hey. You having a problem there? Sorry about that. Wish I could help you. Can't. All right, so let's let's. Hey, Stalker. How's it going? Where are you? There you are. You already chickened out because you realized you couldn't catch me. I've killed so many fish, roadkill style. Alright, so here's our coral tube. Now, again, one of the first things we need to do is reinforce our base at a few sensible points. Hey there, buddy. Tell you what, let's go ahead and position ourselves down here, because this is one of the spots where we can safe... Oh, hello, hi. Let's not wreck while we're trying to do this. The health of the Seamoth is actually pretty low, so I've got to repair it too. But we'll do that in a second. First things first, let's go ahead and... Can I go ahead and just do a reinforcement right now? I think I can. No, I need the titanium. Crap! So I've got to go inside and get it, assuming I have any. And if I don't have any, I've got to go get some. So we need 2 titanium per lithium that we have in order to do a reinforcement. Forgot about that. I don't know why I thought it was just lithium. I know that it requires titanium, but I briefly just had a lapse of memory. Well, we can go ahead and unload some of our glass, which is helpful. So let's go ahead and put that up. We have a bunch of lab equipment too. We need to make another locker pretty soon already. Okay, we've got a bunch of lithium, so now we just need to go find some pieces of ship. Which hopefully won't take too long. I mean, we could technically find some of the ones that the... There's one. There's 2. Bet you we can get another one. There's 3. What are you? Battery charger fragment. I will not complain about a battery charger fragment. So if we're near a battery charger... Hang on. If we are in an area where there's battery charger fragments, I'm going to look around for a second. Because if I can find another one... That's a piece of ship. Alright, inventory's full. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Alright, well, we've got half the battery charger. That was unexpected.
Oxygen.
He's attacking my Seamoth like an idiot. Okay, no, over here. That's what we need. So, let's go ahead and get some titanium from this, and this should give us the ability to do multiple reinforcements, including one right behind the lockers, just on that wall. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Why? Why can't I? Is it because the lockers are there? You're kidding me. Like, is it something that overlaps with... I guess it is. Yeah. You are joking me. If I had known that would happen, I wouldn't have put the lockers there. See, when I placed that thing, that thing actually goes on the wall. These things go on the floor up against the wall. So I didn't think they'd block the construction of a reinforcement there. And I've already put stuff in them. So at some point in the future, I'm now... Stop your rant, Hadrian. Contain it. Ooh, that's frustrating. Okay, so let's come over here and just build one where we're originally going to build it. Reinforcement. There we go. Alright. And now we can build our hatch. Oh, just kidding. We put all of our glass up. We can't build our hatch. So let's just do another reinforcement then. And there's probably additional spots that we could reinforce if we look around for a second. I think I might want to have... this can be reinforced too. I'd rather have a window on the other side there, but we can reinforce that. Every reinforcement is adding to the amount of glass that we can later add. We can definitely do one here. Yeah, the power on the builder is actually going down. And we could perhaps... I don't know, should I put a window there? I feel like a window might be worthwhile there. But we don't have any glass on us. Okay, so that's not all of my lithium. I have two more reinforcements I can do. Let's get some, can I do reinforcements on the top? If I can, that would be very nice. I think I can, actually, now that my memory is... Yeah, there's actually still stalkers in the area. No, I can't do reinforcements on the top. Well, I tried. I tried. Can't say I didn't try. There's still stalkers near our new entrance, so it's not going to be completely safe. It's just safer. I would have loved to have built one there, but the game is not going to let me. Man, they are wrecking that sea moth. Maybe that's why its health got so low. Like, if they're hitting the sea moth constantly... Hey, buddy. You leave me alone. If they're hitting the sea moth constantly, that would explain why its health was not so great last time I got into it. So we're going to have to... do I have the repair tool on me? I think I do. I just don't have it equipped. Yep, I've got it. So let's go ahead and replace the repair tool, or the propulsion cannon with the repair tool. Let's get in the sea moth. Now, the health is still the same, so maybe they're not hurting it. Maybe I've just run it into the terrain enough times. Oh, he followed me into the tube. Holy crap. Yeah, so this is a very fun and perilous base location. I make great choices.
Blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake recommended.
Alright, let's go back forward. And now, of course, we need to get our glass so we can build our hatch, which we can, of course, do from the inside of the base. Alright, glass. I put some in here. So we're going to do a couple of things. We also need to build a laser cutter. Let's take a quick look at what we need for that. Nice, we already have everything we need, a battery and titanium. So let's go ahead and make the laser cutter right now. Next episode, we're going to pay another visit to our good friend, the Aurora. And it looks like we still don't have... We need some additional ingredients, unfortunately, for some of the best items in the game. We already have the recipe for a compass, though, which I need to do. I don't have that yet. And also the thermometer recipe is available to us. Not bad. Good to know. So let's go down here. Alright, so we've reinforced some of this. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do a window right here. Are you gonna... You're gonna make me go outside to finish it, aren't you? Oh, you bastard. Okay. Alright, and this is where our hatch needs to be. Why? What do I not have? Oh my god, I'm out of titanium. Again. Got all the glass in the world, don't have titanium. We need to make that bloody hatch. Do I have one piece? Stop. No, I don't. Alright. Back outside. Let's look down here. There's one. And the stalker's going for it. Mine. You mad? You mad? You mad? Come get some. I'm gonna get the other one. Look out. Oh wait, I can't. I don't have any room in my inventory. Damn. I'll taunt you later. Jerk. Alright, that's all I need. Oh, no, I need to go over here. Okay, so now we can go down and finish building that hatch. And then we can pop outside and finish building that window, which evidently we can only build from outside. And then we're going to do a little bit to expand the base before the end of the episode out in the direction of that other hallway on the opposite side for more of an aesthetic aspect to the base that I'm looking forward to adding. All right, there's that. So that took away a little bit of hull strength, but we've added plenty more in the grand scheme. So it's looking pretty good. Now this window up here is done. We could also do a window right here. Done. And there's also some quartz in this little cave. How convenient. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're down here. Anything on the ceilings? There could be stuff on the ceilings. No, but let's go through here real quick. Hey, I see some oh, you know what? Hang on. This is tempting, but I'm pretty sure there are crashes in here.
30 seconds.
Alright, I'm going to get more air, and I'm going to come back in there. Also, I need to eat. Come here. Should have grabbed a Reginald while I was over in the lithium pits. Game, are you paying attention to what I'm doing? Alright, I suppose I should fish the efficient way, shouldn't I? Wrong tool, game. Come here. The game is not catching boomerangs. Are you seeing what's happening? It's the boomerangs I try to catch with this thing do not get caught. They get shooed away. That's maybe a current bug. Alright, let's cook this food really quick. And then we're going to go back into the tube. Because I want to see what is... I mean, it's probably just silver and gold, but I'll never complain about additional silver and gold. It's always a good thing. Let's go ahead and make some glass out of that quartz, save some space. And let's cook some food. Peeper. Boomerang. Still got plenty of power. Another boomerang.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. Now we're still kind of thirsty. No, we don't have room in our inventory to pick up that much. All right, so tell you what, let's unload some of the stuff we found. Hey, we have 2 more. We can make more glass. Yes, please. All right, how much glass do we have? We have a good bit. So we'll probably add some more windows to these walls at some point. There's already a little bit out in this direction, so you can kind of see and enjoy the view, but that's not nearly as nice as what we're going to do when we go out the other direction. So I'm going to do that before I end this episode, but first, we are definitely going to jump into that little area that we just discovered in the tube. Let's go right now. All right, I'm actually going to do it this way so that we can move quickly, because I am pretty sure there are crashes in this cave. There's definitely quartz, too. That's good to know. Silver. Gold. Silver. Yep, right there. Right, I'm pretty sure that was him just blustering. He didn't come after me.
Aboard, Captain.
We're going to need to replace the battery on that Sea Glide pretty soon. Alright, so we've got some more metals here. We can go ahead and stuff those in the compartment. Got some additional silver and gold. And we have some more lithium too, so we can do some strengthening. So before I end here, let's step out here. And we need to re-equip the builder, first of all. Let's do some glass hallways, shall we? Now again, the goal here, now these hallways themselves are, they definitely reduce hull strength on the base pretty rapidly. Because, I mean, they're glass. Your base needs to be able to support these. But I love building these out into the actual kelp forests because you can literally just walk out into various areas. And we haven't built any bulkheads yet, too, and that'll help reinforce the base to a certain extent. I can't see in front of me, so I don't know if I'm like going straight towards any particular kelp. But this is one of my favorite things to do in Subnautica. So let's go ahead, hang on. What's a nice view? That's not really a nice view. That might be though. So why don't I go ahead and do a T intersection here. And then I need 3 enameled glass in order to make an observatory. So before I end here, let's sprint back. Grab some stalker teeth. We're actually out of glass. Didn't even realize that. All right. Well, in that case, I will go ahead and cut this episode here. That's our extension to our base that we just built. So we're going to have an observatory leading out there, and then we might actually put some floodlights on the underside of it that would actually light up some of the area outside and move as well. The floodlights have that effect. Well, the spotlights do. The floodlights are stationary. So we can also do floodlights that light up a broad area at night to make it super easy to see. But I will go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one we are going to do a little bit more there, just get maybe a little bit more glass since it's nighttime. We can get some more quartz, and then we will jump back in and head to the Aurora as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in, what are we playing? Locker's Call are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.